All right, in this video, we are talking about how to master your mindset. If you have a mind, you have the responsibility to master the thoughts that you are having, because the thoughts that you have and the beliefs that you carry determine the results in your life. And so in this video, I want to talk about mindset mastery, mastering your mindset so that you can create the life that you want to live. Now, the first step to mastering your mindset is accepting the fact that you are the only person that can control your thoughts. Nobody else can do this. God is not controlling your thoughts. It's the thing that He will not do for you. It is every person's individual responsibility to control the thoughts that they are having. And to the degree that you can control your thoughts is the degree that you can control your life. You can't always control the things that happen to you, but you can control the thoughts and the feelings that you associate with the thoughts related to the things that are happening to you. And this ultimately will determine the results in your life and the success that you experience within your life. And by success, I mean the happiness, health, and wealth, the combination of all things that make life enjoyable and fulfilling. And you can have some of those without the others. And in the definition of success, I wouldn't say that those are good results. You want to have happiness, health, and wealth. You want to have life and life to the fullest. And that is a byproduct of mastering your mindset. How do we master our mind? Let's talk about those terms real quick so that we can figure out how to master our mindset. Okay, so mindset. Mindset is the established set of attitudes held by someone. So attitudes is the key right there. And so we have to define attitudes. Attitude is a settled way of thinking or feeling about someone or something, typically that is reflected in a person's behavior. So we look at, okay, mindset is this set of attitudes that we have towards something or someone. And then those attitudes are thoughts or feelings that control our behavior. Okay? It's getting there. Okay, so then mastery. What is mastery? Mastery is the control or superiority over someone or something. In this case, attitudes. So mindset mastery is your ability to control or take superiority over the attitudes that you have towards someone or something at any given moment, despite what they or that thing may be doing to you. So here's the main thing. The people who experience great results, they're in control of their emotions no matter the circumstances. Now, this is a difficult thing because emotions are the associations that we've made to thoughts or ideas up to this point. So there may be some things in your life that you continually hit your head on. It's like you're in a good place, and then bam, you go back into a behavior set that you don't like. And it's frustrating, and the temptation is to identify with that. Well, this is just the way I am. No, that is not the case. It is a byproduct of what you've believed up to this point, and you can change that. Okay? So mindset mastery is being able to take control of the attitudes, that thinking and feeling that determines and dictates your behavior. Where do we start? One, we start with the results. We look at the results that we're currently getting. Recognize that your results are not a product of other people or your environment or your upbringing or your parents. Now, that may be a byproduct. Your beliefs may be a byproduct of all those things, but your results are a byproduct of your beliefs and the actions that you've taken because of those beliefs that have determined those results. So how do we go about changing the results? First, you've got to identify the results that you want to change. What do you want to improve in your life? You don't have to know currently how you're going to improve your results. We're going to get to that in this video and other videos. But what you do have to identify is, what are the results that I'm not currently getting that I want? And then write those things down. Because what you're going to find is the next step is to go back and look at your actions. All of the results that you are getting right now are a byproduct of the actions that you're taking. Those could also be habitual actions or habits. Okay, so what is your habitual nature? What do you do every day, day in and day out? Okay, that's your habits. Your results are a byproduct of your habits. So then step 3, we go back one more layer. What are your beliefs? Your beliefs are driving your behavior. Now, you may say, I want to change this result here, and it could be your finances. And you might be tempted to believe that you don't have enough knowledge, you don't have enough skills, you don't have enough resources, you don't have enough any of those things. And so that belief causes you to act the way that you're acting. That is backwards. Let me tell you something. This is a major revelation for some of you. You have everything you need right now to get what you desire. You already have it. You have unlimited potential. Now, when I first heard that, I didn't believe it, and I thought it was, a nonsense statement. It's not a nonsense statement, and I'm gonna get to this. So then, going back from beliefs, you have repeated thoughts. Repeated thoughts, repetition of thoughts creates belief. And the repetition of the thought is what gets you to a place to associate a feeling with it. So as you think through a scenario, as you think about yourself, and as you think about your life, and as you think about your results, it causes feelings, and that's because those feelings are associated with the repetition of that thought. It's the feeling associated with the picture that you've created in your mind. So most people use their imagination to go to the worst case scenario. They think about their life, what they want, where they're at, what they need, and then they imagine the worst case scenario. What if it doesn't work out? What if they say this? What if this happens? What if this happens? And it's all negative, and they create a negative picture in their mind. And the negative picture is the thing that they give all of their attention to. And so now this negative picture is like a movie playing in their mind, and it's causing an emotional connection because they can see this negative result happening. Have you ever done this before? Have you created an imaginary negative picture and you've focused on it so much that you can feel it in every part of your body? What's happening is you're developing the belief that that is the only possible outcome, is a negative possible outcome. And what that is causing is a habitual process of the wrong actions and attracting to you the wrong things, the things that you actually don't want. There's a verse in the Bible. It's this story of a guy named Job, and all this terrible stuff happens to him. And he says something that's so eye-opening when you look at it. He said, "The thing that I have feared has come upon me." It's crazy that the things that we fear and the pictures that we create in our mind are the things that become the realities of our life. And so what I want to say to you, and I want to give you hope and encouragement and excitement, is that you can absolutely change any result in your life right now. Right now, by taking control of your mind, by mastering mindset, by being able to take control and superiority over your mindset, the attitudes that are going on about any specific thing. Your attitude about a person determines how you behave around that person or act towards that person. The ideas and the attitudes that you have about money determines and controls the way you behave with money. The attitudes that you have towards your marriage or your significant other, it controls the way that you behave or act towards that individual. And you can change all of this by changing the picture in your mind. Most of the time, the thing that you are imagining is rooted in some memory of that scenario or finances or relationships or all these other things. And so then you take that memory and you associate the feeling of that and you project it into your imagination. You imagine that that's the only way it can ever be. And so now you become a victim to that picture. It could be a memory. It could have been a real thing. But now it's that memory is dictating your imagination, and it's all you can see. And so now what you're doing, instead of just looking back on something that happened in the past, you're projecting it into the future. And you're looking for it. Your conscious mind is expecting to find it, and so it finds it. There's so much behind this, but it's so imperative that you master your mindset. You take control and superiority over the attitudes that you have towards people and things, scenarios and situations. This is the only way that you can transform your life. And I'm telling you, it can actually happen in record time. The moment the belief changes, not the knowledge, but the belief. The moment that belief changes, everything will shift for you. So right now, I want to encourage you, and I want you to try something. I don't want you to fight it. Okay, I don't want you to fight the negative imaginations that you've had in the past. That's not going to help. Anytime you try to fight something or force something, like it doesn't work. But I want you to try to get calm and relaxed. I want you to just sit and breathe. And I want you to try for the next 5 minutes, put on some relaxing music, and I want you to paint a picture of your life the way that you want it. Again, this doesn't have to be weird. It doesn't have to be crazy. It just has to be you kind of going back to that nature that you had as a child and daydreaming. Okay? Because the reality is that all things that we have seen in our physical reality were the byproduct of the thoughts of ourself or other people. The camera that I'm recording with right now, that camera was the idea in a person's mind. The ability to do this and to create videos and put them out to the world, that was the idea of a person. Everything begins as an idea. And belief is the one thing that makes ideas possible or impossible for people. It's the people who believe the ideas. Those are the people who make radical changes in their life and the lives of all those around the world. So what I want you to do is take 5 minutes, and I want you to relax, and I want you to paint a picture of the life that you want to be living. How do you want your relationships? What kind of financial situation do you want to be in? And know this, that you could be on top of the world, but it can always get better because there's infinite potential on the inside of you. So sometimes it doesn't really work for people to just sit down and think about this because their mind is so bombarded with other thoughts and limiting beliefs. In that case, it may be good for you to write out a scenario, a lifestyle that you want to be living, the way that you want to live your life. If most of your negative imaginations are related to yourself, then I want you to write out a picture of yourself, the way that you would love to see yourself, the way that you would love to act and behave and be in group settings, in your family, in your marriage, in your parenting, and you name it. I want you to really think about this. This is where the mindset mastery begins. Mindset mastery begins when you recognize that you are the only person that can control the thoughts that are going in and through your mind. And those thoughts, as they get associated with feelings, are dictating the things that are taking place in your life. So once you accept that, it makes it a very important thing to begin to master your mindset. You become immediately aware that, wow, I have a lot of power here. I'm not a victim to this world. I actually am in control of my life in a significant way. And the way that I can control my life is by taking control of my thoughts and the feelings that I associate with those thoughts. Now, this is a process, but let's do this today. Take 5 minutes and create that picture of the life that you want to be living. And in other videos, I'm going to help you break through and create the most beautiful picture of your life and really get you to live the life that you desperately want to be living. It's an exciting thing when you get this awareness that you control the outcomes of your life by controlling the thoughts that you allow in your mind. If this video has helped you, I want you to click the subscribe button. I want you to click the little bell and get notifications when I make new videos. I'm coming on here because I want to add as much value to you, and I want to see you live the life that you really want, continuously improving your results every single day. It's going to start with mindset mastery. I'll see you in the next video.